VIII जीवने Namaste and welcome to the continuing session on spiritual aspects of Agnihotra. We started with the realization that we are a conscious being and our consciousness is inherent to our Atma Tattva, Atma, the soul, that is also a Raj Purush, which has three extraordinary powers: ability to know an event as it occurs in the surroundings, and then ability to feel the experience that gives rise to joy or pain, a wide spectrum, and then ability to act upon the surroundings. So that is called jnana, bhog, and karma. Obviously, everybody wants to get away from pain and, if possible, make life pleasant, joyful. From dukh to sukh. And then we realize that there is an event, something that happens in our day to day life, if not every day, once in a while, we go through what is called deep dreamless sleep. That is characterized as sushupti. And when we are in deep dreamless sleep, in sushupti, we have no pain whatsoever. Indeed, when we come out of it, we feel it was so good. And then our rishis, they have guided us that yes, we can bring that same experience in the daytime, provided we can bring our mind absolutely calm, thoroughly inactive. And that's what the philosophy of Sankhya and Yoga is teaching us, how to bring our mind calm. Yoga is defined as Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So Chitta is the innermost component of our mind, something like our mind screen, which the observer is always watching. So much so, even we go to sleep, we are observing so-called dreams. We are so much accustomed to view this inner TV. But in the daytime, I can learn to switch it off. Then I will have the same state of mind as I have in deep dreamless sleep. And if I succeed in that, then that is called as upasana. When I am disconnected from my mind, I am connected to that supreme consciousness that is all pervading everywhere. So, my three powers of Jnana, Bhog, and Karma give rise to three pursuits of human life that is privilege only of the human beings. Animals and birds are not concerned with, though they also have the powers of Jnana, Bhog, and Karma, because it is the same consciousness that is mine, that is belonging to the animal and bird also. But for human beings, these three powers of knowledge, experience, and action is changed to knowledge, upasana, and action. Upasana is to be with him. And then we said that thanks to our Vedic rishis, that they somehow taught us that throughout the day, as I go through the mundane activities of life, I can be very mindful that I am in his overall universe. I am a tiny being in that supreme being's universe. And in particular, the rishis told us to be engaged in five great yajnas, Panch Mahayajna. That is Brahm Yajna, Dev Yajna, Balivashwa Dev Yajna, Pitta Yajna, and Atithi Yajna. So we have picked up Dev Yajna in this particular discussion that also bears the name Havan, Home, Agnihotra, etc. That comes within the broad faculty of Kalpa. So Vedanga has six members: Shiksha, Vyakaran, Niyukta, Kalpa, Chand, and Jyotish. So within the broad family of Kalp, our rishis designed the whole assembly of Vedanga, and within the Kalp, Maharshi Dayanand says, from Ashwamedh se Agnihotra tak. So Agnihotra is the simplest activity that we can perform within the broad family of Kalp, and that is also finding a place in five great duties, Panch Mahayajna, that every householder is expected to perform. And in so doing, they have prefaced Agnihotra with with a set of eight mantras called Ishwa Stuti Prathanopasana. So the threefold pursuits of ours, namely Jnana, Upasana, and Karma, now have the three components, in particular in relationship with Ishwar. It is Stuti, Prarthana, and Upasana. So Jnana is becoming like Stuti. Once I get to know him, I want to sing his glory. I want to see all his attributes and speak them out. To develop that bonding with him, that you are so great, you do such and such things to me, you have already given me so much. All his attributes, all his functions, I try to recall them. That is stuti. Pratna is to seek his help in all the good actions that I do in the world. I know that finally he is always with me and I can count on his help. And then Upasana, that is always with Ishwar only. Mahishidhan writes in the second principle of I Samaj, towards its end, Usi ki upasana karni yogya. Whenever the term upasana comes, it always means, implicitly, it means Ishwar upasana, being with him. So we have discussed the first three mantras of this set, and last week we began with the fourth one, Om Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaikaidraja Jagato Babhuva Ya Ishe Asya Dvipadas Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema. We were talking about this domain of Pran, Yah Pranato. Yah is for that Supreme Being, is a pronoun, one who bears all these attributes and characteristics. The first term was Pranata. He gives me the Pran. And then we discussed the important aspect that yes, the layperson thinks I am body, mind, and self. Me, the ultimate seat of consciousness, and my two instruments of body and mind that allow me to do the jnana and karma, knowledge and action. Without body and mind, I cannot do anything in this world. But then, is it it that I am merely body, mind, and self? This is a wonderful teaching from Vedic rishis. They say that we are not simply body, mind, and self. Body and mind are constantly, there is a powerhouse that stays in the background and that constantly energizes body and mind so that as and when I want to use them, I am able to use them. Even though I go in deep sleep, I am inactive in deep, dreamless sleep in Sushupti. I am not using my body and mind. I am unaware of them. I am away in another world, out of this world. Yet, somebody who walks into my bedroom, and even if he observes from a distance, he will be able to conclude that I am very much alive because certain background forces are working, what are called in modern medical terms non voluntary forces. They are primarily concentrated at nervous system, cardiac system, respiratory system, digestive system, and renal system. All these five forces are constantly functioning non-stop. Though they are concentrated there, but it's everywhere. Just like a police force in the city has a headquarter building, but the police is supposed to be roaming around on patrolling duty throughout the city. At any place, any time, a police vehicle can pop up. That's his job. They want to enforce the law, and the law must be there in every nook and corner of the society and community. So is too. These five forces are actually working throughout the body. They cause blood circulation everywhere. They cause all kinds of things in the background. We call them non voluntary forces, but the Sanskrit term is pranic forces. So that is the another finger. Besides body, mind, and self, now I have body, pranic domain, or non voluntary forces, mind, and myself. So these are four fingers. So the layperson's idea that I am merely body, mind, and self is not quite 100% true. It is half truth. There is another domain of pranic domain that constantly acts as the powerhouse for the body as well as for the mind. And when it ceases to function, that myself and my mind, they depart from the system. And then no matter what you do, it cannot be, the dead body cannot be brought back to life. Sometimes the departure of body of myself and my mind and the collapse of the body panic domain mostly are coincidental events. But sometimes when there is accidental death like cardiac arrest, etc., this collapse of the panic domain takes some time duration. And in that much time duration, if things can be revived, I can come back to life. But if medical attention cannot come that fast, then myself and my mind depart from the body. So we have discussed Yah Pranato, and today we want to move forward to Yah Nimishato, the next term, and I am looking at Yajurved, 23rd chapter, third mantra, the same that I had recited, but I read out last week the two paragraphs from Maharishi Dayanand's commentary on Yajurveda. That is what it is. You can see it. He is writing the first paragraph which I read out. I will read again. हे मनुष्यों, जैसे हम लोग यह जो एक एक इत ही महित्वा अपनी महिमा से निमिषतः नित्य आदि से चेष्टा को करते हुए प्राणतः प्राणी रूप द्विपद दो पग वाले मनुष्य आदि व चतुष्पद चार पग वाले गौ आदि पशु संबंधी इस जगत संसार का राजा अधिष्ठाता बभूव होता है और यह जो अस्य इस संसार का ईशे सर्वोपरि स्वामी है उस कस्मई आनंद स्वरूप देवाय अति मनोहर परमेश्वर की हमेशा विशेष भक्ति भाव से विधेम सेवा करें। वैसे विशेष भक्ति भाव का आप लोगों को भी विधान करना चाहिए। इस मंत्र में भावार्थ, इस मंत्र में वाचक् लुप्तोपमा अलंकार है। हे मनुष्यों, जो एक ही सब जगत का महाराज अधिराज, समस्त जगत का उत्पन्न करने हारा, सकल ऐश्वर्य युक्त महात्मा न्यायाधीश है, उसी की उपासना से तुम सब धर्म, अर्थ, काम और मोक्ष के फलों को पाकर संतुष्ट हो। So today again we have seen his term upasana when he interprets Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidya. So Ishwar Stuti Prarthana Upasana are interwoven in all these mantras, and as I made a remark earlier, Upasana is not merely reciting the Upasana mantra. Upasana Parak mantra is actually to motivate us to do Upasana. I can do Ishwar Stuti by reciting Ishwar Stuti. If I know the meaning of the mantra I am reciting. I can do Ishwar Prarthana if I am reciting a Ishwar Prarthana mantra and if I know its depth of its meaning. But if I pick up a Upasana mantra and I recite it, even though I know its meaning, deep meaning, mere recitation or mere thinking and contemplating over that meaning is not Upasana. Upasana, as I said, is to bringing your mind thoroughly inactive and calm state and then being with that Supreme Being. When you are disconnected from your mind, then you are connected to Him. And of course, if you are speaking, if you are thinking, then you are connected to your mind. So that is all we have discussed. Now we move forward. The next term in this mantra is Nimishato. And as Maharishi Dayananda has remarked, नित्य आदि से चेष्टा को करते हुए. You know, there is something very interesting here. If something comes closer to my eyes, my eyelid will cover it. It is a reflex action. We don't think and decide. It just happens by itself, automatic, is it not? But in Vedic philosophy, there is nothing automatic. There is a cause of an event. Like we discussed last week, if my breathing is happening by itself, when I am in deep sleep, it is happening by itself, automatic. But our Vedic Rishi says it's not happening by itself. Some force is doing it, and who is causing that force? That Supreme Being, and He also bears the name of Pran. So He is causing that. He causes all my pranic forces to work. Now today we are discussing, we are make switch over from pranata to nimishata. Both Nimishata, the other events, like closing of the eyelid, is also not automatic. A scientist may say it, nature does it, but he has coined the term nature for the same supreme being, whom we will say that Paramatma. So that Paramatma is causing my pranic forces to work non-stop, and he only causes my other forces, in particular, as I pointed out, the eyelid covering my eyes whenever something is approaching very close to my eyes. This is another kind of pranic force, but this force is not functioning non-stop. This functions once in a while when the opportunity arises. Hence, it has another name. This is called as Alpapan. And they also have the name. Like I said, Pran is also five members. Pran, Apan, Vyan, Saman, Udan. But the whole family as a whole is called Pran. Similarly, Alpapan, the term Alp means short-lived. Short-lived Pran is also five members. You can read that. I don't remember those five names. I think one name I remember is Dhananjay, one is Kurma, so something like that. You can see them in Satyat Prakash. So these are five Alpapan, and they cause events in our body system when we need to make some adjustment. Some changes have taken place, and that change is, if it is left alone, will be harmful to us. So the body and mind together do something so as to bring the body in equilibrium as it should be. So these are things like sneezing, coughing, yawning, hiccups. These are the events that happen to us, and we should not try to obstruct them. If such a thing is happening, this is very natural. Not only natural, it is due to Him, that Supreme Being. And He is trying to do something, a reflex like event, so that body system doesn't remain far away from its equilibrium condition. Hence, it is given a name, Alpapan. This is short-lived. This is not continuous like Pran is. Those pranic forces are continuously working. And if they stop for a while, the whole system will collapse. As opposed to them, these are also pranic force in the sense we don't cause them consciously. It happens by itself, but not by itself. Nothing happens by itself, either by us as conscious being or by that supreme consciousness. So he does it at the right time to make right adjustment so that things don't go out of control. That is the meaning of yah pranato nimishato. So yah, that whatever, that pronoun is for that entity, that consciousness, who is making sure, who gave me body and mind that we discussed in Ya Atmada Balada. And then he doesn't go away. He remains forever in the background so as to ensure my body and mind are functioning as and when I desire. Even if I wake up from deep sleep due to some emergency call, yes, I can come back to this world, walk and do my function, whatever that emergency requires me. Because he was there in the background, because my power was functioning in the back. Suppose I die in sleep, like many people die in sleep. My father died in sleep. Very good way to die. You die peacefully, without any pain. But suppose one dies in sleep, God is gone. Now he never comes back. Now he never wakes up. So that is Yapanatu. And that same force, he only becomes Nimishata also. He has ensured that there are many forces within the system that make adjustments. All kinds of reflex motion, all kinds of instinctive things we do it. And the very basic instinct is called survival instinct. All that happens instinctively without any intellectual thinking is due to his force that is clubbed as Nimishata. Then the term is Mahitvaika. Mahitva is very simple. In Hindi also we have a word Mahatva, importance. Then there is a Sandhi, two terms coming together, Mahitvai, then Eka. Eka means ek, one. He is one and one alone. Is it not? Very important. This happens many times in Ved mantras that Supreme Being is one and only one. Any system, any organization, there is always a final authority, chief executive. So same is true with this entire universe. That about whom we are discussing, about whom we are talking, Ishwar Stuti Pratnopasna. That is one and one alone. It is to emphasize one and only one. Raja, that authority. How did he become Raja? Because of his importance. Mahitva, because of Mahatva. It's not he has become Raja just like that. Because of his paramount importance. He can give me body, mind. He can bring me into my mother's womb and then out of her body and make me a fully independent, grown up human being. All this, he can do it. He can make the water flow and air blow due to pressure difference. So many things are happening. The earth is moving around, all that. 24 hours, earth rotates around its own axis, causing day and night. And in 365 days, it completes the orbit around the sun. Due to that slant of 22 degrees roughly, there are all kinds of seasonal variations. All this is wonderful design due to his design, due to him. We cannot we cannot count all this. Millions we can write on sheet of paper. We have to write millions of things to thank him. That is his Mahitvaikadyaja. Jagato Babhuva. This is whole universe is called Jagat. Very interesting term. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat sarvam kincha jagatyam jagat. Jagatyam jagat. Jagat is very important, very interesting term for me. Made out of three terms. A lot of Sanskrit words, Vedic words are made like this. Jagata. Ja is for Janma. things take birth here. This is the world we live in. Things take birth here. Ga is for gaman. They move around for a while. Ta is for tishtati. Then they sit down. Then they fade away. Then they are no more mobile. They come, stay here for a while, and then fade away, go out. When such events are taking place, who is causing it? Somebody has to cause the janma. Somebody has to cause why things move. And somebody has to cause that consciousness. Why suddenly that mobile thing stops moving? It becomes immobile. Because there is a CEO of that Jagat. That's what we are talking about, Ishwar, who causes all this. And that's what is spelled out in Vedanta Darshan, Brahma Sutra by Badayana. He starts with Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Then his next line is Janmadhyasyata. One who gives rise to the birth of all the things, plants and trees, the clouds, anything that takes birth here. He is the one who causes. Shastrayonitvat Tattu Samanvaya. These are the four sutras in the Vedanta Darshan. I just wanted to bring out Janmadhyasyata. Janma Adi. That's what is meant in the term Jagat. Janma, Gaman, and then Tishtati, Bat Jana. All these are birth, or you can say birth, life for a while, and then death. That is true with all of us. Anything in this universe. Even this earth will be no more at one. Sun will also collapse one day. Whole solar system will collapse one day. Everything that has been born will also die one day. That is what is Jagata Babhuva. Babhuva is past tense, but in distant past. Like we discussed at second mantra, Sadadhaya Prithvi. The root there was Dharan. Here the root is Bhu Bhavati. All that exists is brought into existence by him, not in today's time. This has been happening since past, time immemorial. This has been millions of years ago, billions of years ago. This Jagat is Jagat. Things took birth, stayed here for a while, and then disappeared because of that force, pranic force. When he takes away his hand, everything collapses. But he never takes away. He causes it to go through a different chemistry. Now the next line, Ya Ishe, that Ish is the CEO, Swami. Asya Dvipadas, Chatushpada. Now is described the sentient world in the Jagat. Jagat has both sentient world and insentient. We have the pranic force, the brick and the cement, this wall, the desk. There is no pranic force there. It is mere the matter, only the matter. So there are 5 koshas, what is said, 5 layers, 5 sheets. The self is enveloped by 5 sheets. The innermost is Anandamaya Kosh, Vijnanmaya Kosh, Manomaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, Annamaya Kosh. So when we had 4 fingers, we said this is body, which is Annamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, mind, and me, the self. Now, in this nomenclature, mind has two layers. So please allow me to have five fingers now. These two are for the mind, the inner mind and outer mind. Inner mind displays the knowledge, and outer mind activates the action. Manomay kosh, Vijnanmay kosh. So, what we learned earlier, body, pran, and mind is now becoming Annamaya kosh, Pranamaya kosh, Manomaya kosh, Vijnanmaya kosh. But even this is not self. Self is further inside. Now, this is another sheath, another layer that is called Anandamaya kosh. This is very unusual. Even inside of my mind, within me, there is that Ananda Swayupa Mahatma. So his layer is the first. So much so he is within me also. And that is the objective of Upasana, to, to withdraw my consciousness from Annamaya kosh to Pranamaya kosh to Manomaya kosh to which being all of them inactive. Of course, Prana will continue to function due to him, but I will still discipline it by pranayama. By asana, I will discipline my body. By pranayama, I will discipline my course. Then by pratyahara, dharana, and dhyan, I want to be here in samadhi. I want to disconnect from all of that. Pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. So I was saying, this Jagat has all kinds of things. The human beings are at the top of the pyramid with these five sheets. And not all the human beings are capable of enjoying life in Anandamaya. Only very high quality. Only those high quality who succeed in Upasana will enjoy life here. Otherwise, all human beings, by very design, are functioning here. There are four layers. Fifth is there, but they are not aware of it. That is the objective of Upasana, for us to become aware that we have the innermost layer closest to me is not Vijnanmaya kosh, is Anandamaya kosh. To taste that, in Sushupti I go there, but there is a blackout. I don't feel that Anand, but I am still away from pain. But in Samadhi, I want to feel real time the taste of Anand. So these are superior human beings. So if you are in Arya Samaj following the Vedic principles, your quality of life must rise above others in the world. They are capable of functioning up to you only, Vijnanmaya. But you should be able to capture a glimpse of this Anandamaya. So, common human beings have four layers. No, they have five, but they have not uncovered it. They have not explored this. They have gone and they are excited with these four layers. Then, how are animals and birds different from me? They have three layers only: Annamaya kosh, Pranamaya kosh, and Manomaya kosh. They don't have intellectual faculty. Why? They are programmed. They don't have to worry about right and wrong, good and bad. They just know it. How do they know it? He is always there with them. He programs, he guides them. So they always function instinctively. And most of our functions are intellectual. Here we take a decision. This is our discriminatory ability. Should I do this or that? I am right as well as wrong, but they are always right because they don't have to worry about this. This faculty is missing in their case. They have instinctive power. They are very strong with respect to us. As compared to us, their instinct is very, very good. We may not be able to feel that earthquake is coming in 2 minutes here, but they will know it and they run away. Not too many animals die in earthquake. Only human beings die because we don't have that instinct. So there have been strong instinct but very weak in intellectual faculty. Whereas we are weak in instinct but strong in intellectual faculty. That is Vijnan, my coach. So animals are here. So we are at the apex of the pyramid. If you can taste the pleasure of Anandamaya course by way of Upasana. The next layer is human beings who are very proud of their intellectual power. They are here. Those who are spiritually enlightened, they are here, apex of the pyramid. Then there are animals from the top, the third layer. Then there are plants and trees. They have Annamaya course as well as Pranamaya course. This constant is working for trees and plants that is called Sthavar Jagat, Pashu Jagat, animal kingdom. This is Manushya Jagat. And this is Devlok, one who are close to Ishwar. And then, as I gave the example of the wall, the desk, these things are pure matter, only Annamaya course, pure matter. So that's what is being this particular mantra is talking about all those where pranic domain is functioning, is it not? Ya ishe asya dvipada chatushpada. So we are being told that this pranata and nimitta is working for us. All those who are in the top layer, second layer, third layer, as well as fourth layer. So dvipada chatushpada. Dvipada are with 2 feet, humans and birds and so on. So this is just a characterization. Like a fish doesn't have any feet, but they are also the prani jagat, is it not? This is just one way to tell us. On the land, there are all kinds of species. They move around. They either have 2 legs or 4 legs. But we know there are other animals, other species like snake and all that, all kinds of insects, smaller species. So Dvipada Chatushpada is just a way to tell us that beyond human beings there is a prani jagat, is it not? So we should be aware of that and mindful of that. We cannot do havoc to the environment because it affects us as well as others. So we cannot harm the water, air, and earth, or even make a lot of noise. All sorts of pollution should be diminished. That's what Agnihotra is all about for water and air purification. That is needed not only by humans but all other species, is it not? So I have tried to explain you through the Panch course description also. Ya Ishe Asya Dvipadas Chatushpada. Ishe he is the authority. He is the Swami of the whole universe. The sentient world has been emphasized here. But he is the Swami of both. The world made of conscious beings as well as the material world. All these, the earth, the rivers, mountains, All that we see around us is made by Him. He is the authority over. Every particle has authority over. That's the beginning of Ishavasyamidam Sarvam. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Whatever moves in this jagat, and we know it, at molecular level, everything is moving. So that is, He is the Ishavasyamidam. He is not only the Swami, but He is pervading, He is residing everywhere. That's how He can apply the force. Nothing can move without force. Only when I push a desk, the desk moves. In the same manner, we ask this question: how are the electrons moving? How is each molecule moving? Even though this desk is stationary at this point, but scientists tell us that all the molecules that it consists of are constantly moving. Within this confine of desk, who is causing them to move? Somebody is pushing them to move, and that conscious entity is Ishwar. Only a conscious entity can apply the force. Like I apply the force to the desk for desk to move, in the same manner, here that supreme consciousness is pervading through all that is in the universe, everywhere. Then only he can apply the force upon the molecules, force upon the atoms, force upon the smallest particles of atoms, causing them to move. That is what makes him Yaishe Asya Dvipadaschatuspada. Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vinema. Kasmai is Kah, Kon. It is a pronoun, but as I said, in the Vedic literature, Kah means that supreme being. Like Om Tat Sat. Tat means that. It is a pronoun. But in Ved mantras, Tat will mean that supreme. Tat Chakshu Devahitam Purasta Chukyam. Om Tat Sat. In the same manner, this pronoun Ka, as such, the dictionary meaning is Kon, who. But here it means also that supreme being who has been described as Yah. That supreme Yah Pranato Nimishat. Yah Ishayas. One who is Maitvai Kataja. That supreme being is Kasmai. For him only, Havish Devaya. He is that supreme Dev, Mahadev, whatever you call him. Dev means one who gives. He only gives. He takes nothing. He only gives. That's why he is Devta. Havisha Vidhem. We cannot give much to him, but we should. Like a little child has nothing to give to his mother. He obtains everything from his mother. But there are some moments he's so much overwhelmed. He just goes to his mother, hugs him, hugs his mother, just gets the pleasure of that intimacy. That is upasana in the worldly sense. A child reaching out to his mother due to the pure, genuine love. He has not much to give except a smile, but that feeling, that acknowledgement that I get so much from you. In the same sense, we should feel overwhelmed with the feeling towards this entity who is ensuring that this whole system is always functioning well. Even when I am in deep sleep, he is there to ensure that it functions well. And then, if I do genuinely feel so much about him, overwhelmed about him, then I am doing Kasmai Devaya Havisha Vidhi. So this is another yajna. Of course, we will be doing slightly later the Agnihotra, which is a mechanical yajna, but this is another yajna within my mind. My mind is functioning at this point. That's why at some place it comes Saptahota. Yenadam bhutam bhunam bhavishyat paigehitam amitein. Yen yajnasthayate saptahota tanme mana shivshankar. So in my mind I am doing another yajna where the five janendris, five sensory organs, and ahankar and man, seven, they are converging here, and as if this Vijnan, my course, the Buddhi is the Yajna Kund, Havan Kund, and they are constantly. Five senses see the glory of universe, and the Man and Ahankar, they say it's all due to him. When we are mentally and intellectually so much overwhelmed that no other thought comes in our mind, then I am Saptahota, and then I am ready to sit in Upasana. So when you sit in Upasana, preface it with some thought. Upasana is to become thoughtless, but as a preparation to go in Upasana, think about him. What all you get from him. Try to be overwhelmed, just like a child is overwhelmed in the constant shower of his mother's love. And then he reciprocates by going approaching to his mother after a short duration, an hour or so later. He misses his mother and he just rushes to her. In the same way, we should become overwhelmed. And when you are in love with something, then no other thoughts come to you. And then it is easy to become chittaveti nirodha when there are no other thoughts coming in your mind. Then it is easy to go to upasana. Just like if I love a TV program for 20 minutes, I am watching it, no other thoughts come in my mind. So if I love him, I want to be in his upasana, it will be comparatively easy enough. Other thoughts will not disturb me at that time because I am overwhelmed with that inner yajna of Saptahotra, where my mind is so much overwhelmed with him because he is my pranata, nimishata, my tvayikidya jagato. Yaishe asya dvipada chatushpada kasmai devaya. Next week we'll meet again and take up the next mantra in this series, Yen Dev Yuga Prithvi, which is Yajurved 32nd chapter, 6th mantra. Thank you for your attention. Namaste.